Okay, this is Brent from TradeGuild.blogspot.com, and this is part 2 of September 25th. It's actually the 26th right now because it's 12:40 a.m. And we are going to continue along with our analysis of a few ideas. And next up is SYNM, which is Syntroleum Corporation, and this is specialty chemicals, and it's a pretty nice looking little chart here. Let me get out my marker, which I still have not fixed. It's still pink, which I hate. But we have a nice little divergence here. You can see that brewed in MACD into this bottom over here. And it looks like, like we say, volume precedes price. And we've got lots of volume there on this little jump up above that $5 level, that little resistance zone. Ultimately, this stock looks pretty darn good. I'd like to see a little bit longer base, but this is a sustainable base. It can sustain a nice move. And let's take a look at money stream is in that leading divergence there, which is beautiful. I love to see that. Time segmented volume. You can see since really about the third week of August, and really even all the way back to June, this has just been on an upward trend. It broke above that zero line around the beginning of the month here. BOP's got lots of buying. On balance volume I don't use very much, but it's moving above its blue moving average there. The real kicker here is money stream and that leading divergence. So let's take a little bit of a closer look at that chart there. You see that 22-day moving average has crossed above the 50, and 460 looks like a nice level there if it dips down on an intraday. But even right in here at 475, I think you're okay. And if you can swing it by taking a smaller position, I'd have a stop under that 420 level, give it a little bit of room. But ultimately, I don't think you're going to need it. I think this looks pretty darn good, but that's my opinion, of course, which all of these are my opinion. I don't need to probably say that, but I will. So, this is your money. It's your risk. So do your homework, okay? Here's Rio, which I told you I've been short for a little bit. And again, this is steel and iron, and there's that. This isn't a perfect hammer. The candle wick should be a little bit longer here, but it does tell me that it looks like we are going to see a little bit of a rally. You can see we had kind of almost a little climactic sell-off this morning, and nothing but volume in the afternoon here. So it looks like it's going to at least fill that gap. But steel and iron, I've been seeing a lot of these hammers or dojis today, so maybe there's a little bit of a rally, which would be a great opportunity, I think, to get short Rio, which is a big head and shoulders top from about 20 to 28, so there's 8 points there, presumably, which puts us down around $12. Like I always say, I don't really subscribe to that as the gospel, but it's just a way to give you an idea of where we're going. Here's CCRT, which is CompuCredit Corporation. And again, like we say, volume precedes price. We had lots of nice volume on these moves up here. And I think this is just a precursor of things to come here. Nice little pullback to that 50-day moving average after it breached it. Around $31, I think, is a nice entry. Let's take a look at money stream again in that leading divergence up here. Lots of buying in balance of power. And again, time segmented volume has just crushed that zero line, moved right up. Money stream really, all the way back here in the beginning of September, moved above its moving average. On balance volume did the same. So all in all, CCRT I think makes a lot of sense on this little pullback, and it's actually moving up a little bit here. You can also play it with a break of maybe 32, but it looks great. Here's WBSN, which is Websense Incorporated, and this is already trending. You can see that 22-day moving average crossed above the 50, and take a look at how this stock trades. I mean, it actually trends pretty darn good if we take a look back here. So I kind of like it. I got this pick from briefing.com. I can't remember in what context they brought it up, but it is forming maybe a little bit of a bull flag right in here. So a buy down in this level around the 22-day moving average or on a breakout of that little flag, I think makes some sense. And one of the things we look for in consolidations is diminishing volume, and there it is. So let's move along. Running out of time here. Got a long way to go and a short time to get there. I'm eastbound. Just watch the bandit run. It's late. Here's ACF, AmeriCredit Corporation. Here's a bull flag. There's the mast. There's the flag. Let's take a look at the huge leading divergence in money stream, balance of power, TSV. Everything's looking good. So I think this is a good opportunity to jump into this stock on the long side. Play it one of two ways, maybe a little breakout above this top trend line on the bull flag, or buying it down here around the 50-day moving average. Actually, anywhere in this formation is probably okay. Let's move along to our next candidate, which is Xmsr, and this chart is really shaping up, I think. It is sort of an inverse head and shoulders bottom, or reverse head and shoulders bottom. Not real clean, not picture perfect, but I like these spikes of green volume that we're seeing. Also, time segmented volume is moving up. Let's take a look at money stream, which is just phenomenal. It is really looking good. It's just in a huge leading divergence, lots of buying in BOP. I think that Xmsr is probably going to break out pretty soon above this $14 level where that neckline is. So keep an eye on that one. Here's FCSE, which is Focus Enhancements Networking Communications. This is, I wouldn't call this a bull flag, but it is a consolidation here. You might call it a pennant of sorts. Not the best drawing there, but it looks really good. I mean, it broke out from this from the symmetrical triangle. We didn't get quite the pullback that we've seen in some other stocks, but there's money stream acting very well. Lots of buying all this year in BOP. So FCSE looks pretty darn good. Here's Sept. We've talked about bull flags going along for quite a long time, so this is starting to be suspect. But ultimately, I think it still looks pretty good with the accumulation indicators. So I would play this on a breakout of this upper trend line on that bull flag. I wouldn't probably sit through any more opportunity cost here on that one. Here's AL, aluminum, and big head and shoulders top again. And again, that hammer. So I'm looking for a little bounce in these commodities. Here's Joy G, Joy Global Inc., and it has broken down below support at 35, and there's some stars there, some dojis. One thing I've seen in quite a few stocks as they're basing out like this, I've seen some really nice moves come from a breakdown right below support. Maybe that's a shakeout, before the move gets started. But I'm not saying Joy G is going to do that. Maybe it's just a breakdown. But like I said, I've seen some really nice moves that broke down right before they moved up. And, balance power looks good. Money stream doesn't look bad. Time segmented volume doesn't look bad. Here's BDG-A. And I meant to bring this back in August, and I couldn't get the symbol up. But looks good. It's consolidating in here. And I think it's going to have some upside resolution. There's money stream just looking awesome. And what else do we have here? Here's CHAP, CHAP, which is industrial metals and minerals. Big breakdown here through that 50-day moving average. And the reason I want to show you this was, like we say, volume precedes price. Look at all that negative volume as it was churning up here at this little top where it didn't make any headway. So I think this is going to be our last one. TNB has rallied up to that 50-day moving average, and I think it's a short right there. Here's Google, and you know what? I'm going to come back. I want to come back with Google.